So it follows without saying that deliberate efforts should be made under this platform to draw a post-conference agenda of partnership in agriculture, engineering, education, health, culture, and the like. 28. The summit presented one of the earliest maps of this place, now called Nigeria, by a famous geographer, IGBO Sanito, in 1588, who discovered a country of the Jews in the southeast of the kingdom of Benin Empire, which is no other set of people but the Igbos. 29. The summit also presented another equally important map of the place now called Nigeria between 1914 and 1960 by Lord Frederick Lugard, Governor General of Nigeria, that has the Star of David, the Star of David symbol, which is a representation of the place inhabited by Hebrews in the Igbo enclave. 30. The summit displayed the currency in use from 1909, the penny, that also retained the Star of David symbol, which is a further pointer that something existed beyond the ordinary between the Igbos and the Hebrews, and the rich plurality of the Igbos still today have that inherent belief that the Igbos are Hebrews. 31. The summit believes that this accounts for the natural support and fidelity that flows from Hebrews to the Igbos from the onset of the pre-independence Nigeria to today. 32. The summit agreed that since the Igbo-Hebrew relationship is such a recurring issue in our national history, it is important from this platform for us to discover our real history and accordingly challenge our sociologists, anthropologists, linguists, botanists, biologists, etc., to undertake this subject of deep intellectual work for posterity further, to push it further. From this summit, we resolve to strive to reverse the migration tendency of our people to looking inwards and reinvent Igbo land, a great nation that is supposed to be, that it is supposed to be, because of the creativity and the industry of the Igbo people. 34. The summit hereby advises the governments of Igbo land that the proposed return of the diasporans should start with Igbo land, because over 50% of those in diaspora, that is our black diasporian brothers, are Igbos. And Igbo land will be a tourist heaven when this happens. 35. The summit upheld that part of the process for actualizing these programs should be through the involvement of the SS and other traditional rulers in the entire Igbo land to drive these initiatives to their subjects and communities, so that substantial impact will be created between now and the next 2 years. We further agreed that a conference of Ndiese and Ndinse should be convoked. 36. The summit also suggested that church leaders should be involved in this movement, and efforts should be made to merge and unify some of the major programs of Igbos, like the New Yam festivals, etc. 37. The summit encouraged the Igbo man to revisit their unrivaled management styles of dominance in trade and commerce, with the practice of taking along their brothers, cousins, and relations to serve as apprentices, what we call IGBO, for a given number of years, after which they are settled to operate their own businesses and take hold of territories, just like Abraham carried his new nephew Lot along in the Bible. 38. The summit stressed that implementation of these resolutions is important to sustain the momentum we have generated with our Igbo-Hebrew relationship. 39. The summit finally agreed that the King Jaja of Opobo connection, whose dynasty had documented evidences of their claim to the throne of David through King Rehoboam, and now is now well settled, well established, and settled in Israel. They are now well settled in Israel. It's another interesting historical linkage and route towards validating the authentic Igbo-Hebrew connection, and should be further X-ray. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the communique issued by the summit that took place right here in this hotel in Imo State, Nigeria, Were, Imo State, Nigeria, between the 11th and the 13th of November 2019. And all the participants, their list is available for those who may want to have it or know those who attended. This is signed by Bishop Dr. Chidebere Nelechobu, International President of IGBO Hebrew Cultural Heritage Organization, President of the African Diaspora Union, Prelate of Impact Africa Educational Foundation, and Global Chairman of the International Garden for Peace and Human Rights. Also signed by Chief Honorable Evangelist Chief Barrister Jerry Egemba, the National President of IGBO Hebrew Cultural Heritage Organization and National President, International Garden for Peace and Human Rights, and Chairman, ECOWAS Region, African Diaspora Union, AFRIDO. And our brother, Minister Dr. Kazri Ben Yehuda Derek Jackson, Minister of Government Cabinet, Hebrew Israelites of Jerusalem. Thank you very much, and may God bless us.
Thank you very much. Once more, let me thank my colleagues from the media for being patient. Even most of you I know must have seen it as a punishment being subjected to this hot sun. But never mind, that's one of our callings. Thank you. I pray and I promise you we are going to do justice and ensure that the people out there get these informations appropriately. Let me come from this angle. I know somehow you must have wasted a lot of time, but I don't know if any person will wish to seek for any clarification. Yeah. So, yeah. Okay.
I thank you, our chairman and organizers of this summit. In fact, I want to comment that the summit has been so comprehensive and elaborate, and we have come to learn a lot of things from the communique. But I want to get some clarifications, because when you force yourself into somebody who does not like you or who does like you, in fact, you have to know the way you force yourself into the person. You want to make a relationship with somebody. I'm bothered about this, our attempt to establish a relationship with Israel and to link heritage, or let me call it heritage, to Israel. I want to ask a question. If one of you should just clarify us. One, is there any effort made to sensitize the Jews of this agenda that we want to establish, the Igbos? What is the response of Israel since we started or began projecting this relationship or this affinity? How do you authenticate this agenda so that it becomes wider and the relationship becomes well established?
Any other, or do you want, sir, do you want to? Please. I'm coming. I know you have wasted time. I don't know. Please, be patient. Sir, I don't know if you want to take the questions as soon as they come. This clarification.
Okay. You want me to repeat this?
No,
Don't worry. It's okay. First of all, during the South African Friends of Israel conference in Johannesburg at the Constitutional Hill, my friend, who is the ambassador of Israel to South Africa, Ambassador Luan, I asked him in public. It is being believed that the Igbos of Nigeria are one of the lost tribes of Israel. Please, can you tell us, the whole world here, if we are part of the lost tribe of Israel? He kept quiet and suddenly he busted, Bishop, you want to put me into trouble now? Now, everybody laughed because they knew he had nothing to answer. He couldn't answer that. And by the way, he's a white. He's not an African Hebrew. He's a white Jewish. Now, it's a complicated situation for the white Jews. If it is African Hebrews, it's easy to answer. Secondly, we went as far as going to the office of the Prime Minister Netanyahu to meet Rabbi Elihu, who is the person in charge of the lost tribe of Israel, the diaspora. It's amazing that almost all parts of Israel, different, both blacks and whites, when you mention you are an Igbo, they say, okay, you people who say you are the lost tribe of Israel. Now, everyone knows that we are the lost tribe of Israel. It's a matter of authenticating it. It is necessary here that our history is being confirmed and authenticated, not based on presumption or on assumption. So now we have met the African Hebrews who are our brothers and who have given us some secret inside concepts how to actualize the mission, not because we are going back to Israel, but because we want to know our root to be able to know the way forward in Igbo land. So as regards to that, once we are able to clarify everything, you will see that the history of Igbos can be written, because right now the Igbos do not have any authenticated history. Thank you.
So, sign. Please. Sign. It will be photocopied.
That man is in charge.
What do you need? A copy. He will give everybody a copy. Okay. Please, let me once more thank the International President, Bishop Dr. Ubu, the National President, Chief Barrister Jerry Gemba, and also our brother and friend Minister Dr. Gabriel Ben Yehuda for this opportunity given to us, and we promise you we'll do justice to it. Thank you very much. Gentlemen of the press, I have a copy of the communique, and we'll do a copy, photocopies, and distribute to each and every one of you. Thank you.